and gentlemen, in today's video, I will be ranking the best Halloween candies. This is another requested video and something I haven't done since I've moved into this house, so it's been a couple years now. So I figure why not use this opportunity on a wonderful Friday to go ahead and kind of have some fun. Real quick before we hop into the video, don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks where you can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 lineup after using code WyattzWorld at sign up on Prize Picks. However, always remember to play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Alright, so here we are at today's list, everybody, and I have it set up in the classic tier list fashion as always. So at the top, we've got the elite candies. Under that, we've got the very good candies. In the middle, we've got the solid candies. Then towards the bottom, we've got the candies that are pretty bad, and bottoming out the list are the candies that are flat out ass. Not sure I'll add many more categories to this. I'll try and keep it to just 5, but you never know. Anyway, starting off, we have 100 grand. You know, through the years, I definitely have had a few changed opinions on some candies, but these are not one. I have always thought these are very good, and I still do. It's a crunch bar with caramel in the middle. What is there not to love about the 100 grand? I feel like people just don't like them because they look like a candy you'd see in an old person's house, because it is. But don't sleep. Now we've got the Reese's Pieces. These are solid. I don't think they're nearly as good as the cups. To me, the peanut butter tastes a lot sweeter in the cups too than it does in these pieces. I'm not sure if it's just me or if it's real, but they're very average. Now we've got Sweet Tarts Original. These are pretty bad. I don't like fruity candy, really. There are a few exceptions that I'm sure we'll get to, but especially these where you bite into them and start coughing immediately because your mouth is just dust. Not my favorite. Now we got the Three Musketeer ass. It's another one my opinion hasn't changed on. These are ass. One of the worst candy bars in human existence. It shouldn't be as bad as it is, but it is. They're fucking horrible. Now we've got the giant pixie sticks. Normally one person in every neighborhood will hand these out. As a kid, I loved them. Nowadays, they're pretty bad, dude. It's just straight sugar. Like, that is it. But I know most candy is, but like there's no texture to this even. No chocolate, no caramel, no nothing. It's just fucking powder. And now we got Airheads. Elite. I think Airheads are one of the better candies ever. All the flavors are good and you're always excited to get them. I never complain. All right, now moving on, we have a Bit of Honey. Dude, these are another old person candy, but they're solid. They're not bad at all. They kind of just taste like a sweet caramel almost. Well, I know caramel's already sweet, but like it has a different kind of sweetness. Now we've got the Crunch Bar, the classic crunch. They're very good. Kind of plain, but they're great. Crunchy chocolate, two things I love. Now we've got the Necco wafers. Holy fuck. These are unacceptable. I know I didn't want to add more categories, but it's the truth. They are literally one of the worst candies ever. They're way worse than a Three Musketeer. These are wafers of fucking chalk. That is what they are. They're shit. Now moving on, we have Sour Patch Kids. I used to think these are elite. I still appreciate them and think they taste very good, but after a handful, dude, my mouth is cut to shit and bleeding. Like, they're tough. Now we got Nerds. Pretty bad. They're, again, just rocks of sugar. Now we got Good and Plenty. Unacceptable. I remember when I was like 8 years old, I stayed at a hotel for a wedding in Chicago, and I got these out of one of those spinning machines for a quarter because I wanted to try them. Black licorice. That's what it is. It's fucking egregious. Now we got Twizzlers. Honestly, solid. I used to really hate them. I don't know why, but as I've grown up, like, I'm okay for 1 or 2 Twizzlers. I still prefer them like this rather than the ones you can peel, but they're not bad. Now we've got Dots. This is a candy that gets a lot of criticism, at least that I've seen recently. I think they're solid. They're not that bad. They're always fun to get, but they are a candy that after I eat the whole box, I'm like, well, I only really liked about 2 flavors out of the 5 or 6 that were in there. And now we got the OG M&Ms. Very good. It's chocolate, straight chocolate, but it's good chocolate. All right, now moving on, I had to look closely. This is little packs of gum, like Double Mint and Big Red and all those, 5-stick packs. Pretty bad if you're asking me. Like, it's fun to always, have gum and bring it to school the next day and stuff, but you don't want cinnamon or mint flavored shit on Halloween. And now we've got the Andes mints, or I like to call them the Olive Garden mints. This is the only kind of mint chocolate that I actually don't think is terrible. However, again, it's Halloween. Don't hand them out. Like, it's pretty bad. Now we've got Runts. They still make these? I haven't seen these in years. Runts, actually, they're not too bad. They're pretty solid. The reason I don't hate them compared to things like Sweet Tarts and Pixie Sticks and Nerds is because they're actually extremely flavorful. But again, they are straight powder once you bite into them. Now we've got Laffy Taffy. Ooh, ass. I would say pretty bad, but as I get older, they are just flat out ass. It tastes and feels like you're eating really artificially flavored plastic. Now we've got the Weathers Original. These are like the hard caramel candies that you literally only see in nursing homes. These are unacceptable. If you hand these out, you're gonna get egged. Now moving on, we have its successor, the old ass hard strawberry candies. Again, unless you're in a fucking retirement home, you typically don't see these. You do not hand them out unless you are trying to get teepeed. Now we got the Hershey Kiss. Solid. I look at these as French fries. They don't taste bad, but they're annoying as hell to eat. And then before you know it, you just have a handful of little tinfoil balls that are rolling all over the fucking floor. Now we've got Hershey's Cookies and Cream. Ugh. Still the bee's knees, man. Still the best candy bar on planet Earth as far as I'm concerned. I don't think it gets better. I just had one the other night. Now we got the regular Hershey bar. Again, solid. It's good chocolate. I appreciate a little crunch, you know, like the M&M's offer or the Crunch Bar or the 100 grand, but it's not bad. Now we got Mike and Ike's. Pretty bad. They're not ass, but I do not like them. I don't think I've had them since I was like 8. I've never really been a fan of them outside the strawberry and cherry flavors. But even those I don't like that much. Like, I would rather eat Dots. And that'll bring us to the Snickers bar. I gotta add another category. I'm sorry. Snickers are good, but they are also severely overrated. They are the most overrated candy bar on the planet. Matter of fact, Snickers are like the TV show The Office. Great show, but people just take the obsession way too far, in my opinion. You know, like Snickers, you'll have a bowl of candy bars and people will dive and fight over the Snickers. When you're trading candy, people are always trying to use them as trade bait. Like, to me, I've never given a fuck if I do or don't eat a Snicker. Like, they're fine when I eat them. Yeah, they're good, but they are not that great. Now moving on, we have the Almond Joys. I'm alone on this, but I think they're elite, dude. I absolutely love Almond Joys. Coconuts, almond, and then the chocolate. Something so satisfying biting into them, too. Now we've got Baby Ruth. I have tried to come around to these since my dad chewed my ass when I said I didn't like them. I still think they're pretty bad. They're like a Three Musketeer with peanuts. I don't love them. Caramel Apple Suckers. Solid. I used to like them a lot more than I do now, but I'm still good to eat 1 or 2 of them, absolutely. The caramel is still the best part. Charleston Chews. Not bad. I prefer the ones you can eat by the handful though, opposed to the actual bars. Now we got Mr. Good Bar. Very good. I actually like these a lot. It's just chocolate and peanuts as far as I'm concerned. Got a little crunch. You guys know I like that. Double Bubble Bubble Gum. Solid because it's not mint or cinnamon, but still, gum on Halloween. Fuck you. Swedish Fish. Very good. I don't think these are elite anymore. I might be Swedish Fished out. I'm good for 1 or 2 bags of that size, like the Halloween size ones, and that's it. Terrific flavor, but they get a little bit boring. Now we've got the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Elite. And if you want to spice your life up, throw them in the freezer. It's literally gonna be game changing. Blow Pops. Pretty bad. I've never really liked lollipops at all. These have gum in the middle, which again is not a Halloween candy in my opinion, but not great. And now we get the Atomic Fireball. Ass. I won't say they're unacceptable because they were fun to eat for 10 seconds before you spit it out, but they're literally just spicy candy. Like, who wants that? Now we've got the Fruit Tootsie Rolls. These are pretty bad unless it's the vanilla flavor. Like, that's the only good one. Now we've got Fun Dip. I used to think these were really good. I still think they're fun, but I don't enjoy eating them anymore. I think they're more gross than anything. Tootsie Pop. Again, not a lollipop guy. Don't really care for them, especially on Halloween. Fruit Roll-Ups. I mean, I guess they're solid. I feel like you're fucking lazy if you're handing those out, though. You just went into your pantry because you were too lazy to get off your ass and go to the store. Gushers. Pretty much the same thing I said about Fruit Roll-Ups. Like, I'll eat them, but you're lazy as fuck if you're handing out Gushers. Haribo Gummy Bears. Solid, but for some reason, after I eat a bag of those, I have to shit my pants within like a half an hour. Every time. I don't know why, but they taste good. More Weather Originals. Those are unacceptable. I didn't know there was more than one kind of those. Now I'm scared. Heath Bar. Solid. It's just chocolate and toffee, which I love, but I feel like these taste just a little weird. Butterfingers. Elite. I've grown onto them. I used to not like them, then I kind of liked them. Now I absolutely love them. I think what made me love the Butterfinger so much is the Butterfinger Blizzard at Dairy Queen. Hot Tamales. Ass. You have the intent of giving out candy. You just had the worst execution possible. Pretty much like Will Levis trying to throw a football. Lemon Heads. You ready for this one? Ass. One of the most boring candies out there. They're not good. They taste like nothing. I've never ever seen the hype behind them. Like, seriously. All right, that brings us to the OG Tootsie Roll. Solid. It's a Tootsie Roll. Best way to put it, just tastes like a fake chocolate. Jolly Ranchers. Pretty bad. I always get bored of these things after like 15 seconds and then just chew on them. Junior Mints. Ass. Yeah, no, they're ass. They taste like absolute shit. Kit Kat. Elite. One of the better candy bars in human existence. Not much to them, but sometimes less is more. Ring Pops. Ass. Again, as a kid, always found those incredibly annoying and kind of gross. Payday. Ass. I don't like peanuts that much, and if the salted nut roll was on here, it would be right by it. Toblerones, I think these are called. These are like chocolates. If I'm not gonna lie, I've never had these handed out on Halloween. I don't think I've ever had these. I'll say they're solid. I don't know what they are. Now we've got peanut M&Ms, and this might sound contradictory, but I think they're elite. I think they're the best M&Ms, and I know I just said I don't care for peanuts, but you don't taste the peanuts here. You taste chocolate. The peanuts just add a crunchy texture, and it's perfect. Now we've got Mambas. Solid. Annoying to unwrap and eat, though. Milk Duds. I'm in the minority here, but I think these are very good. It's just chocolate and caramel. I do understand why people call them tooth glue, but I love them. I still buy them to this day and eat them. Milky Way. Solid. I used to love these a lot more than I do now, like a lot of other candies, but I still think that they're pretty damn underrated. It's basically a Three Musketeer with caramel, but that caramel makes the world of difference. Now and laters. These are ass. None of them taste good. They feel like you're eating plastic. I feel like you only see them in retirement homes now for a fucking reason. Apples. That's a war crime. The fuck is wrong with you? Unless you live on a farm. Still, what the fuck is wrong with you? Raisinets. Chocolate covered raisins. They're actually not that bad. They're quite solid. Don't knock it till you try it. Like, seriously, you don't really taste the raisin. Like, they're just like chewy chocolates. And toothbrushes. My kid ever comes home with toothbrushes in his bag, I'm asking where he got them. And I don't care if I'm going to jail or not. I'm going to that house and I am beating the absolute shit out of the owner. All right, on to the final stretch. We've got Skittles. Very good. One of the fruity candies I really do enjoy because Skittles have remained the same throughout time. They're Skittles. Now we're on to Smarties. For one, they're ass because they're just powdered sugar compact together. And for two, I got in trouble in middle school for snorting these. Starburst, solid but very overrated. Like, they're just not that good. And like Mamba, incredibly annoying to open. The Sugar Baby Lollipop things. Basically, it's just caramel on a stick. I'm gonna say bad on these. I like caramel, but those were just too much. Like, it was just straight sugar caramel. Candy corn, ass. One of the worst things ever created. If you're even gonna try and debate me on that, fuck you. Twix bars, elite. Chocolate, cookie, caramel. If you don't like that, you are literally outing yourself as a fucking terrorist. Warheads, solid, but after two, my tongue is bleeding. Now we've got Whoppers, and I actually think these are underrated. I think they're very good. And then we can actually end on a 2-for-1 here, because we got a couple of asses. The York Peppermint Patty and the York Zero Bar, which also is gonna have to be ass. I've never even seen what these are, but I just don't like chocolate and mint. I think it's a terrible combination. And that is also gonna be it for me ranking Halloween candies for 2024. That's a pretty big list there, my goodness. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you already know what to do to show support, and please do it because I appreciate any and all help. However, in the meantime, I'm gonna get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you have a great Friday, a safe weekend, and as always, I will see you in the next video.